And good morning, people. Welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. The Twilight Corridor. Yeah, one of the more strange places I've seen as a metaverse location, and we've been to Mementos. We've gone through counselling, apparently, and we're now on the path to enlightenment. Heading to Maruki's treasure. It is just beyond here.
A treasure chest! There must be something good inside.
I'm not actually sure about that. I can't remember what's in there. But, yeah, these panels control pretty much our paths. They will create paths, they will block paths. So this is a fairly intricate puzzle. There's red, there's green, there's blue. As you can see on the left, mixing results do create other colours. Red and green create yellow, red and blue create magenta, green and blue create cyan. Those don't come into play until the end of this particular area and the next one. But let's turn the two that were off on and the one that was on off. Let's see what happens. As you can see, the stairs are fixed. However, we can't actually get to that chest now, because the green path was closed off. Basically, the correct answer for this is just to turn them all on, and you can get everything that's here. This is the tutorial one.
I can feel it.
The first one gives you access, when they're all on, to everywhere. Empowering the Fuda. Yeah, that's not actually too bad. That's a heat riser for one person.
I have something.
But yeah, as you can see, it gives us access to all the areas and we can move on. Except there's a new thing now. Not only do we have bridges to create to pass, but we have vine barriers that are present to remove.
Also,
So this one's red, you can tell by the colours. This bridge is also red. When you turn when you turn something on, not only do the bridges get created, so do the barriers.
Yes!
So you have to have sort of a mix between them being on and off to get to the path that you want. Also, this tells you that in this particular device, we only had access to the red. We didn't have access to blue or green. So we're going to have to go through multiple devices to make sure we have a path, which becomes more apparent in the next area. So let's go up.
focus.
There are enemies here. There's not actually too many enemies left. Maybe 4 or 5 enemies left in the entire palace. We are not fighting a whole lot now.
Show me your true form. Okay.
Alright, let's go.
So that's the first one. And let's move on. As you can see, this one is blue. There's no there's a barrier. Plus, beyond that, the bridge is out, so we can't actually go that way. And if this person would move, we'd see this one only gave us access, and you can tell by actually the top, only gives us access to green, which really doesn't help us right now, because if we activated that, this bridge would go as well. So that doesn't really help us. This one is blue only. And down here is an item. Hello there. Oh, so maybe that's why she came along to, sorry, why Dr. Maruki came along to Shujin. It was actually to keep an eye on Sumare while he was, while she was under the impression of being Kazumi. And he met up with us, which in turn gave him much more than what he was expecting, because Phantom Thieves. Huh.
I have something.
I wouldn't be surprised if you put it down as fate that it happened. Anyways, this is the red one, as we can see from the top. Or if we just look at the actual device. Let's turn this one on, shall we? That doesn't really help us, does it? Because we're pretty much blocked on all sides. Let's go to back to that blue one. That looks like the way forward, actually. Now that I've got the item down there and picked up the notebook, which I actually didn't know was there, I don't need to go that way now. So this one should give us a path back to the green console. And should allow us to go up. Yeah, so just a little bit of a circle route. And well, let's defeat this enemy, because when I did this before, there was a little cutscene and I was trying to figure out what I was actually doing.
Use Bless Attack. Well, if it has no weaknesses, why not try this like I thought?
Okay. Man, that was easy.
Yeah, I got to this point here. I was trying to get into position to actually fight it, and this happened. So I was sort of caught in the middle of this and the enemy. You might notice this is a slightly different colour though.
I may have thought of something.
You can create that colour with the switch. Red, blue and green, I believe, makes the Magenta? Or is that cyan?
I see.
It might be the red and green as it says up the top. So let's see what this one is going to be doing. Oh no, we do have a couple one. Yeah, red and blue make Magenta. I actually believe that with all three being on it's fine. Yeah, but we do need the green one off because we need to actually get through the barrier. So now we can move on. Wouldn't mind you turning around, thank you.
Show me your true form.
Oh, that one's really rare.
Okay.
They were too weak to bother with.
Alright, so let's have a look at this new one, shall we? Yeah, I'd say this is the main crux of the issue. The first one was sort of an introduction. One into the bridges, the second bit to the actual gates, and the third one to mix and match colours. This one,
Oh,
let's just face it, is a pain. We're going to go all around the block to make this work. It does lead to the top though, and that is where the treasure is. So that's our aim. First up though, we are going to go to where the will seed is.
hey.
Yeah, we did.
Mm,
But we've got a will seed over here.
we found a will seed. Let's grab it.
Yeah, as you can see a little bit beyond, that's where our will seed is. How to get to this, I actually need to try and remember. Well, we can at least go up here now and collect these two. I actually think we need to turn the blue one off. Then down here for the green one off. And this one over here for the red one off. And that will actually give us the way to the will seed. It's actually not that hard. I had a whole lot more trouble actually working this out on my initial way through here. As for this particular guard, a lot of the times we've had some fairly strong enemies, you could say, to get in our way. The last one wasn't exactly, the one from Shido's Palace wasn't exactly great. This one actually is even worse. What do I mean by that? Well,
What would you like to do?
it's just another Fafnir. just another of the strong enemies. It's nothing special at all, and it's taken down in exactly the same way.
It's time. Tsunushi! Mother Harley!
So,
Ravage them!
let's do some ice.
Persona! Persona!
Yeah, we'll just attack the
That's our queen! But what's the matter? They're done for!
Yeah, nuke break all you want. That doesn't really help
Persona!
you in too many ways. Would have preferred a ice so Skull could have got a good hit in, but we'll just let
Tsunushi! Hold on. Not this one.
actually I want to put you back to Sarosha for the next fight, and I'm actually going to Earthbeam Makoto here.
Power courses through me.
So yeah, for a final guard of a will seed of the final palace, it's actually fairly pathetic, unfortunately. The blue sorrow seed. For the crystal of sorrow.
That's the third will seed. I never would have guessed Dr. Maruki's desires would take this form.
So what does this do? It's actually very powerful. I expected it to be, but I wouldn't say it's going to be used a whole lot. Life Aid. Restores 8% of max hit points and SP after battle. I think I'm actually going to give this to do I actually want this on Noir though? That first magic attack, the startup concentrate is actually extremely nice. We'll just leave it at that. I might make use of it. I'm honestly not sure. But now that we've got the will seed, there's one chest that we need to pick up, and actually maybe two chests that we need to pick up, and also we need to get up the final white staircase, which means all of them need to be on when we get to it to get to the final area. So now I need to work out how to actually do that efficiently, which likely isn't going to do quite as well as getting to the will seed. Most likely, at least. Alright, so that's that done. Actually, what one's yellow? Red and green? Oh yeah, I need to go back this way because one of these will have a red one here. I think. Oh, there's also a chest over there, which I need to pick up. That's green. Yeah, there is a red one down there, but there should be another red one somewhere around. Actually, can we turn the green one off here? Actually, that works. Doesn't it? Yeah, we just need to turn the blue one off now. This one down here should have access to the blue as well. But first, let's go and get that treasure chest.
There's a treasure chest. Come.
Oh!
Ah, Soma. I'll definitely take one of those. I think we just want to turn the blue one on for the moment here, which allows us to go and get that other chest down the bottom here. For a balm of life, yes please. And that actually should be the majority of the way forward. I think we now need to turn the red one off down here. And that might actually give me my path to the yeah, that gives us the path to the final section. Also, something I haven't checked. Didn't pick up that item. Oh well. Is if there's a set of notes here. Doesn't look like there is,
See it.
but I really should have checked. Oh well, if I've missed one, I've missed one. Anyways, this is the final section. We just need to turn one on, which opens up the White Bridge.
All right.
And we are there. Again, not really too much in the way of enemies. Now, there is, from what, if I remember correctly, one enemy left.
The effect of the cognitive world is weak here. There may be a safe room close by.
There is a safe room. There is a door to get through this one, it looks like, and our final enemy beyond. So,
I didn't know there...
the Twilight Corridor safe room.
I'll just add this.
Let us save and let us go and see what's in that final room, shall we? No, that's the way back. I don't want to go that way.
Focus.
Just make sure I'm not missing any more notes. It doesn't look it. So the old TV. I honestly don't know. Well, I don't remember this one.
So, what brings you back here after all these years?
That's a comprehensive study on the research you tried to shut down all these years ago.
I know how to read. What I meant was, why are you bringing this to me now?
Oh, this is just a quick visit out of spite. I wanted to show you in person that I found the concrete evidence you had discontinued my research over.
So it appears. I'll admit you've impressed me on that point, at least. But such praise does nothing now. All this discussion is in the past. Why can't you just let it stay there and move on?
No can do, Professor. Cognitive science has made too great an impact on this world to be abandoned like that.
What are you saying?
The psychotic breakdown incidents. The sudden changes of heart in adults that the Phantom Thieves claim to make. I'm nearly willing to call these events concrete evidence of cognitive science in action. How about you? And the one person pulling the strings in the background of this, Congressman Masayoshi Shido. He seems to be confessing to all sorts of crimes now that the Phantom Thieves have changed his heart. Years ago, Shido took notice of my research, stole it away from me, and made others develop it for his own gain. Not only that, he used cognitive science somehow to induce the politically motivated psychotic breakdowns. Now, you're heavily involved in that series of events, aren't you?
What are you planning on doing with me?
Oh, nothing at all. As I said before, I only came here out of spite. That paper, my work, is going to change the world.
Change the world? And where's the money for that? Where's the power to do it? You're no Shido. What can someone like you actually do?
That paper there is just the first step. I've learned how to change the cognition of not just an individual, but all of humanity. And I will do it. No matter how long it takes.
Yeah, enough of this dribble. Get out of my office and don't show your face here again, hear me?
What is this?
What's your problem now?
Huh? You don't see this? The sky just...
The time has come.
This voice...
The time is finally at hand. I am the other you, dwelling in the realm of mankind's hearts.
The other... me? Wait, the realm of mankind's hearts? Are you telling me that this realm is...
You may have no knowledge of it, but I have been at your side for much longer than our current meeting. Finally, your reality and the sea of hearts from which I came have truly become become one in this moment. Now, the time for your unjustly persecuted ideology is at hand. I am thou. Thou art I.
That's it. I finally get it. To think it'd be so...
Hey, what are you mumbling about? I told you to get out!
Yes. I'll be on my way. Finally. Now I can finally...
Shido.
To think he was the one who stymied Dr. Maruki's research.
You know, I've been wondering ever since we saw the earlier video. Do you think there was some kind of connection between my mom's cognitive science research and Dr. Maruki's?
After he crushed Maruki's chance at researching the field, he had his own pawns do it for him instead. Although I doubt Shido's researchers knew anything about the subject in the way Maruki did. That sounds exactly like the kind of plan that man would scheme up.
That bastard! Wait, now's not the time to get pissed about that.
There's another thing about that video nobody's mentioned yet. That being that appeared near the end was most likely Maruki's persona. The sky did turn red like that. I wonder if that was the day we fought against the God of Control. Lady Lavenza did tell us that reality and mementos were merged together during that time. As you've all seen for yourselves, a full awakening to a persona can't happen unless you're within the metaverse. That would mean Maruki really did awaken to his persona in that video. And at the same time, he attained the ability to meddle with mementos, the cognition of the masses. So it is just as Lavenza had told us. The sheer number of coincidences necessary for this to happen is just...
At any rate, now we have a better grasp of past events. I'm fairly certain that was a memory Maruki wouldn't want us to have seen either.
Yeah. We just need to keep going now.
Yeah. We don't have the time for these questions anyhow. Let's go.
So, Maruki's persona came to him on the day we fought Yaldabaoth. So, and that's when his actualization abilities truly came into fruition, to be able to affect reality itself rather than just on an individual cognition basis. What am I doing here? Okay, yeah, that's what I want. His persona hasn't been named though. It's just said, all we know is that it's there. Good question as to who that was. There's a lot of personas out there, some good, some bad. I'm going to assume this is bad because, yeah. But then again, some good personas have been in Persona games have been the cause of the trouble in the past. It's sort of about 50-50 if it's a god or a demon actually being the main disaster of the game, I think. This time it was the god of control and we were saved by the demons Satanael. I believe there's been demons in past games and gods in past games that have actually been the cause of the trouble. So there you go. So what's the following identity authentication question? What happened to Maruki the day the sky turned red? the answer. And for every single one of them, it's been the last answer. His persona fully awakened. It had been awakened before then, most likely during his visit to Rumi. But because you can only make a contract with a persona in the metaverse, as Mona said, it wasn't until the merging that it actually happened. Yeah, the treasure is close, and so is this enemy. The final enemy of this area, before we get to the treasure.
Joker!
Yes.
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
The Dragon Slaying Genius. I do believe, at least the original Persona, I doubt it'll be the same with this one, he's weak to nuclear. I can't remember how it is with
How's this?
anything else though. So we're going to try things. That's why I've got Makoto here. Because if it is still weak to nuclear, well, poor Dragon Slaying Genius. No, it doesn't have that weakness. So Makoto is going to be likely swapping to buffing up well, Queen is going to be changing to buffing up Noir here. Ah, that resists. Okay. Oh, I remember something that happened. I need Ryuji. Party, Ryuji. This thing actually can be afflicted by shock.
You're mine.
Because it actually shocked itself the last time
Let's go.
I faced it with that reflected Mesodyne.
Mystify them, Lucy.
Excellent. Extra criticals are always helpful as well. And if I can get the shock on it, that basically means this fight's over. Your face has changed?
Eat this!
Persona! Ravage them!
There we go. Yes, please.
All right, moving in. Ooh, not bad, Noir.
Let's go.
This fight's over. That shock really just means boom.
Yes.
So Ryuji, sorry, Skull and Makoto to inflict shock, and if Joker can help, do so. Haru is there just for the extra critical chances, but she's not really as big a part as anyone else. Anyways, let's move forward and get to
What the?
This is...
a very Garden of Eden-like place.
This appears to be quite the paradise. I assume Maruki's trying to convey that the world will turn into something like this if we allow him to abuse his research.
A paradise.
Wait, but this is a dead end, right? And we still haven't found the treasure.
Look again.
The shimmery thing?
No doubt about it. That's our treasure. That also means we've secured our route.
Alright, all we got left is send in the calling card. Oh wait, how are we supposed to do that this time?
That's right. Dr. Maruki's been here in the palace this entire time, hasn't he?
I'm sure Maruki's well aware that the Phantom Thieves send out their calling cards the day before their heists. Considering his actions up until now, I highly suspect he'll attempt to directly intervene in some way that day. My money's on him trying it with Joker.
Good point. In that case, I'll leave the calling card in your hands, Joker.
We could just set up an ambush and destroy him once he steps in our trap, too.
No way are we doing that!
Our goal in coming here is to return reality to its original state, not to beat up Dr. Maruki.
It was merely a joke. After all, they're all well aware that Maruki's influence on reality goes well beyond this palace. If we make the wrong move in here, we could get eliminated outside the palace, since we lack our personas there. It'd be a safer strategy to change Maruki's heart, just as you all wish.
We're finally changing his heart. If we steal Dr. Maruki's treasure, everything will go back to the way it was, right?
I don't know for sure, but most likely.
That's the big question then. Everyone's had a glimpse of their sort of ideal world. They fell prey to it. They've released themselves from it. Are they actually okay with it?
Yeah, of course.
We've all come so far. We can't just give up now.
We gotta stick to our own reality.
About the time limit. Dr. Maruki told you it was February 3rd, correct? Yeah, he isn't like anything we've faced before. We should get as strong as we can before that fight.
In other words, mementos.
What would you like to do?
Are we going back to the entrance? Not just yet. We are going in just a moment, but let's just have a quick look around this place. Very much a Garden of Eden sort of paradise, isn't it? And, well, we all sort of know what happened to that. Anyways, let's head back. We can't do anything, at least with this palace now, until the deadline day. We will be sending the calling card the day before, on the 2nd. And we will be doing whatever the end of the game is asking us to do
Good.
on the
We made it
3rd.
to the safe room.
So we have 9 days. As for here, we are done. I don't have a fusion alarm, which isn't great. I actually would like a fusion alarm, so I might actually go and see Chihaya to create one on each day, because there's a few weapons that I would like from the itemization now. So that would be the focus of any fusion alarms I have. There is also a persona I want to get hold of, and there's also I want to see if I can fill out the persona list as much as I can before I actually finish up, but that will have to wait, at least for now.
Okay.
Let's exit and return to the real world and wait for the Day of Fates.
Yes. Yes.
Will I be going to Mementos? Yes, I will.
Okay.
It's literally saying, build up your strength. We're going to do that. Yeah, we noticed that while you were doing your thing, but this seems to be something different. Okay. There's a chance he may not show up before the deadline he gave us. But he has been truly focused on us since the very beginning, and when we first had our counselling session with him. And even in this little section, he's been truly trying to get us to say, yes, we will accept your reality. He's not going to give up on that. He knows we are unlikely to accept, but that doesn't change the fact that he's not going to try. We don't know when he's going to show up. It will be likely, and this is just a guess, sometime in the next 9 days. Was that a little bit too obvious? So, we're going to do some preparations. We have just come back from the metaverse though, and you know what that means.
What?
Kawakami, can you give us a hand here?
How's the pressure, Master? Master? Oh. See you later.
As for what I'm doing, I honestly don't know. I'm likely going to go fishing. Just for the heck of it. But I do want to go around shopping, just make sure everything I have is necessary. Other than that, I guess it's just waiting day by day until the Day of Fate. So, yeah, I'll meet you at some point. It will either be doing something special tonight, which I'm not too sure, or if I just choose to go fishing, it'll be tomorrow during the day. So, until then, have a wonderful day, have lots of fun. Goodbye.
I'll just add this.